Hello everybody, with this video we will share the guitar gear news of the last month. And well, there are a lot of cool news to share. Let's start. Boss has released some new amps, belonging to the Katana family. The most interesting ones, for me, are the Katana 50 Mark II EX, priced at €369, and the Katana Artist Mark II Head, priced at €699. The Katana 50 Mark II EX is an all-in-one modeling amp, with 50 watts of power, that expands the capabilities of the Katana 50 Mark II previous model, in the following areas. It now supports the GAFC and GAFC-EX foot controllers, allowing us to select tone setting memories, turn effects on-off, and more. There's now also a line output for sending mix-ready tone to APA, plus we have the ability to link a second Katana Mark II amp with the stereo expand feature. It features 5 amp characters, called clean, crunch, lead, brown, and acoustic. 5 independent effects sections, that are a booster, modulation, a generic FX, a delay, and a reverb, with 3 selectable variations in each. In conjunction with the GAFC input, you have also a dedicated pedal FX input for foot-controlled wah and pedal bend. You can control the unit with the Boss Tone Studio software in order to build your presets. It has a power amp in, that you can use to connect preamps, modelers, and other multi-effects units. It has 4 tone setting memories for storing and recalling all amp and effect settings and 3 cab resonance options, that are vintage, modern, and deep, selectable in Boss Tone Studio. It offers line, USB, and phones recording outputs, with mic'd cabinet emulation. It can be used as an audio interface with 2 USB channels, allowing us to track in stereo with Katana's modulation, EQ, delay, and reverb effects. Then we have the Katana Artist Mark II Head. Until now, the Katana Artist Mark II was available only as a combo, and now you can buy the head and a separated cabinet. The features remain identical to the combo version, with 5 amps, 5 variations, 5 simultaneous virtual effect pedals and access to Boss Tone Studio. So, these are some nice additions to the growing Katana amp family, which is in direct competition with the Line 6 Catalyst amp family, and actually some direct comparisons would be pretty interesting. Right? Ibanez has released its new 2023 guitar collection, with some pretty interesting guitars. We have a new range of Axe Design Lab guitars, for players who want to own an unconventional instrument. These 5 new guitar designs offer some unique features like multi-scale fretboards, 7 and 8 strings guitars, very nice colors, etc. To me, this is like an attempt to erode some market share from brands like Kiesel, that allows us to customize our guitar with cool and unique colors and features. The most interesting one in this series, in my opinion, is the Ibanez SML 721 RGC, which first of all looks very cool, but also promise some interesting tones, thanks to some nice combinations of woods and pickups. But overall, for me, the most interesting new guitars are the ones belonging to the AZ family. More specifically, we have the new Ibanez AZ2203N Prestige models, fitted with 3 Seymour Duncan Fortuna single-coil pickups, with a 5-way blade pickup selector switch, a master volume, and a tone and a blend knob. The previous AZ Prestige models came with the Dynamix switching system, whereas these new guitars have a new blend control instead, offering the ability to access more pickup combinations, including an all-on mode and an outer pickups only option. Furthermore, they have an alder body, a roasted maple neck and a rosewood fretboard, with 22 jumbo stainless steel frets and pearl dot inlays. The fretboard has a modern compound radius and a standard 25.5-inch scale length, which is the same as the previous models. They are available in antique turquoise and black finishes on launch and are made in Japan. The price is around $2,000. So new pretty interesting guitars here, and the AZ2203N is clearly the attempt of Ibanez to erode market share from Fender's classic Stratocaster guitars. Then we have a nice firmware upgrade from NUX for their popular MG30. The new V4 firmware brings some new features. The most cool, for me, is the simulation of the Mesa Boogie Lone Star, which is one of my favorite amp. Then we have a tuner and looper habits remembering. Basically, the MG30 will save the last setup of the tuner or the looper while you quit. We also have a MIDI C control for wah engage and disengage and a wah engage and disengage via control foot switch. Obviously, the most interesting new feature is the Lone Star amp, which as you know, I love. Blackstar has released the Amped 2, which is a pretty compact, 100-watt amp, with a cabinet simulator and built-in effects, that can be used both for live use and home recording. The unit has 3 preamp tones, called USA, UK and Classic, 3 tube power output emulations that are EL84, EL34 and 6L6, and we can choose between 100 watt, 20 watt or 1 watt of output power. We have the standard basic amp controls with gain, bass, middle, treble and master, and 4 effects, that are, an overdrive, a modulation, a delay and a reverb. Each effect has a mini toggle switch that allows us to choose the type of effect. For instance, for the drive section, we can select boost, drive or fuzz, and for the modulation, we can select chorus, flanger, tremolo or phaser. The foot switches allow us to turn on and off the built-in effects, and there is a dedicated tap tempo switch as well. The unit has a cabinet simulation with a Blackstar proprietary technology which is called Cab Rig Cabinet Simulations, with several speakers and mics. Furthermore, the unit has a power amplifier design that uses current feedback, which should mimic a valve amplifier's interaction with a speaker cabinet. This design should deliver the thump and presence of a tube amp with 100-watt power into any speaker cabinet at 8 or 16 ohms. In terms of I/O, the unit has a guitar input and a line out without the power amp sim, to use the unit with another amplifier. Then, it has a balanced mono out, a line out stereo output via TRS jack, a mono effect loop, MIDI in and through via mini jacks, and 8 or 16 ohm speaker outputs. It also has 2 power outlets at 9 volts and 500 mA to power up external effect pedals, which is pretty nice. The unit can serve as an audio interface, with 4 in and 2 out USB-C channels, and there is a dedicated software to dial your tone even further. Some other features are the included tuner, and the integrated OLED display, that allows to visualize some parameters, like the delay time. The unit dimensions are shown in the screen and the weight is 1.76 kilos. The price is around $650. So, here we have a pretty interesting unit, for those of us who want an analog and tactile experience with a small and portable unit. And please subscribe and ring the bell, not to miss the upcoming Leo review of this unit, that is coming to Leo's studio pretty soon. The last news I would like to share is the new firmware for the Quad Cortex, the OS2, which brings a lot of new features. Among the most important ones, I would mention, the new hybrid mode, that allows us to assign a separate mode to each row of foot switches, and is ideal for people who want to quickly access new presets while having granular control within their active preset. Then I would mention the new global EQ added to the out 1, 2 and 3, 4, which is pretty useful, and a new IR loader block, which has been added, that is very welcome. In the previous version of the firmware, you had the possibility to load IRs, but in the cab block, and it was pretty complicated. Therefore the new IR block simplify even further the management of the IRs. Then, we have some new amps and several neural captures added, like the John Petrucci Mesa Boogie amp, a Bogner Ecstasy, etc. There is really a long list of captures added, that you can check out in the Quad Cortex website. The list of new features continue even further, but these are the most interesting ones in my opinion. Well, this is for sure a great update, even if, not what I expected, honestly. I mean, I still miss the computer app, and the possibility to load neural DSP plugins in the Quad Cortex. I really wish these features will come in the next firmware update. Thank you so much for watching, please subscribe and ring the bell, as it would really be of a great help. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye.